Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Well, today I'm just going to do an update video for my Champion washer as well as all the other machines in my collection, because it has been probably a month since my last video, and you guys are probably wondering how my collection is doing and how's the Champion doing, and have I made any progress on it. So yeah, I just wanted to do an update video for all of that. I'm going to start away from here because I've got a different machine in the setup at the moment. This is a Samsung SW75 USP washing machine. It's an impeller washer. So yeah, I got this machine for free. There was a person wanting me to install a brand new washer for them, so I did that. And I got this back in return, so I think you guys call that a Holloway washer. I stand to be corrected though, but yeah, it works fine. It's got 8 cycles, 4 water levels, 3 temperatures. I believe air turbo, I believe that's just spin to like air this thing out. And then it's got customizable wash, rinse, and spin times. I said it, this machine works fine. It has, I think there's supposed to be something covering those holes, but it's not there. It has sort of creaky suspension, and I think you'll see that because I'm going to film some videos of this machine, and I hope to have those on the channel soon. And sort of a stuck detergent for powder dispenser, but yeah, it's just really frictiony. And yeah, it's got a 6-fang impeller at the bottom, and I got the lid switch disabled. It's just a magnet at the top here, and then there's a lever at the back, so you have to take the screws out of the back. You have to undo these water hoses, and then this whole thing will come off. And there's like a handle here that you have to... I held it up with a zip tie, so now this will be able to run with the lid open. I just have to undo the magnet. But yeah, this is a new machine, and I hope to have some videos up of that soon, so I think you guys will like that. I still got my Maytag in service here. And this one is doing really good. I actually think it's doing a bit better. It hasn't been screeching and groaning as much during the cycle, so but I didn't do anything to it. It's just chosen to behave this way, so yeah, that's good. I'm still gonna probably fix it when I get my Champion working, but yeah, that's how this machine is doing. Nothing extraordinary about that. Now we come back to the workshop. This is where the Whirlpool is at the moment, and you can see it doesn't have its cabinet on, and no, this is not broken, it still works. Just want to clarify that before someone assumes something. I took it off because when I was looking underneath here, it had tons of spider webs, and I've only been using this for like a year and a half, 2 years, I can't remember, but long story short, this thing is like got heaps of spider webs on it. And I got in here with a vacuum and gave it a maintenance, and also like where the cabinet sits on the frame, it's sort of like rusty, and I had to get sandpaper and sand these back down because I don't want it becoming thick rust. Otherwise, that could be a problem. And yeah, but mechanically, this works perfectly fine. Motor, pump, capacitor, gearbox. It's all functional still, so that's good. And you can see on the inside, it hasn't got any gunk or anything. That's because I don't use fabric softener, so apart from up here, could clean that. Agitator's okay. The tub is also okay. Fill spout is alright. It's just because remember how when I first took the cabinet off, I ripped the fill spout off, so it's being held on with tape, but doesn't harm anything, I don't think. And then our timer, which still works. So yes, everything on this machine is still good. And I don't remember if I've ever shown this before, but I do have a spare control panel if this ever goes bad. I don't think I know I mentioned it before, but I do have that there, and it has the pointy timer, which is different. So yeah, and then there's the cabinet for it there with all the champion screws. And here's where my Gentilani is at the moment, sitting in between cabinets. And this machine is doing alright. It's fine mechanically, but it's been having some issues with our control panel here, which I think I might have put up a video on it. It has a problem where whenever I set it to the high water level, it only goes to the medium water level and then it starts washing, which is not good for the machine's internals. So the only way I can fix that issue is to completely stop it and to reset all the options, and then it sets it back on track. But it also, sometimes it does like this thing during the rinse fill, so it'll be rinsing, it's filling up maybe about halfway up the agitator, it'll just stop, and out of the blue it just throws a random error code. And I think it's been a while since, 'cause I haven't used this in a while, so I can't remember what it was, but I think it was this light. So if anybody knows what that was, you can feel free to leave me a comment on it, but I'm not familiar with Gentilani error codes, so yeah. But otherwise, this machine is doing just fine, so perfect. And then we have the Champion here, which I believe last time I put up a video with the transmission, which I rebuilt, and I also showed the electrical, so I did all that. And so from then I've purchased some oil, which shout out to Ben from, I believe you pronounce his channel is Swez Toys. I apologize if that's wrong, but that's how I say it. But he helped me to find this, which is Penrite Transoil 90, and it is a GL-1 oil that is, here's all the specs, but basically it's non-corrosive to bronze bushings, and it also is compatible with rubber seals. So given the size of the gearbox, I had to get 3 bottles of it. These are 1 liter bottles. I should only need like 2.5, so there should be plenty left in the 3rd bottle. It was, just to be safe. I didn't want to underfill this thing, so. But yeah, I've got it bolted back onto the tub, and I've put heaps of gasket maker around it because I am very paranoid about leaks on this gear case. Since it has leaked oil in the past, it has a record for doing that. I want to make sure that wherever the mysterious leak came from, that it, doesn't do it again. So I've gone ahead and I did all the screws around there and around there. And I think if you look inside the tub, where the metal ring is, I did some under there as well. And so when that goes back in, which is the agitator tube, that's also going to get a layer of gasket maker. This is my gasket maker. I used this when I was doing my Whirlpool transmission. There you go, you can sort of see it better there. Yeah. So I used that, and the oil will go in once this is back inside of this tub because it's very heavy at the moment, and it'll be easier for me if I put it in without the oil than with the oil in it, because it's very heavy at the moment. It's like back-breaking. So I did that, and I've gone ahead and bolted the tub back to the base, and I reinstalled the motor, which, remember how they have those screws at the bottom, so I was doing this from both sides. So I got the motor installed, did the same thing with the capacitor is installed as well. The pressure container is installed at the back there. The pump is installed as well. And the pump shield, which is this, has got some new screws since the old ones snapped. I don't know if I showed that in the old video, the disassembly video, but yeah, those had to get replaced. And they're not even, but they do work. So yeah, that's the important thing. I wanted to get something that was secure. Also, at the top there, the tub slipper is there too, with the sleeve bearing inside of it. And you can see at the top, you see those where the springs go into the very top of the tub, like those little round things there. So, a funny story behind those, I actually ended up misplacing 3 of them. And I was wondering why this was so insecure. Every time I kept trying to put the springs into it, they would always come out, and I still had one of them, and I didn't know what it was for, because I evidently did not put them into the bags when I did them, but yeah, I just couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. And then I looked back at my disassembly video, and I discovered that there's actually supposed to be 4 of those, so I have no idea where they went, but I had to improvise. So what I did was I took a couple of nails, of course, they're in here, I think, yeah, a couple of nails, and I used my vice grips to bend them, which took ages, and I had to keep adjusting them, but I would bend them, and then eventually I got them into the correct shape where they could fit through the hole inside of here. And then from there, I got the springs secured to the slipper. And so basically what I'm trying to say is that 3 of these ring thingies are mine. Where is my hand there? 3 of these rings are mine, and then 1 is original, so hopefully that all works out. It should, because they're practically identical to each other. It's I don't think you can tell a difference. But I got a bit creative there, so I'm quite proud of that achievement. So that's what I've done so far in the project. And what's going to happen next is, see this here, this is the snubber seal, which I've been coating with some Selleys All Clear, which seals out water, and it works on wet, oily, and dirty surfaces. I've coated it all around the seal so that I can minimize the chances of it leaking when I get it installed back in the tub. And yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll be able to put this tub assembly back in. Then after that, the brake assembly and the clutch, and this stuff will go in, and then I'll be able to get the oil in, because without all that stuff I won't be able to stand the machine up, so that will have to come first. And then I can put the agitator tube back on. I can probably put the wiring in, it depends on how everything goes. So I'll probably have to water test it before I put everything completely back together, so yeah, that's how that's gonna go. And yeah, who knows how it'll go from there, so I'll be sure to film all of that, because I didn't film any of this, that's why I wanted to make the update video. But that'll be in a future video, so that's everything that I wanted to update you guys on. Everything is doing really well at the moment. I haven't encountered any significant issues, and hopefully it'll be that way until this whole project wraps up. So yeah, that's how things are going, and hopefully I'll start uploading again soon. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you're interested, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, I will see you, as always, in the next video. Bye for now.